What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Code Interpret. Today, we're going to talk about the print function. So, the thing is that what is a print function? Now, the print function is a built-in function of Python, first of all, and the purpose of using this statement or this function is to see the output of whatever you want to process in your file and have a look, just to have a look at it on your terminal. And this is your terminal. Okay, so if I write a string, let's say I had a good day, and press Control S, Python file.py, I had a good day. Now, the thing is that by default, there are a lot of other things that you can use the print statement for. So, for example, I define a variable called a and assign a value 10, and then b another 20, and then a variable called sum a plus b. Now, when I press Control Save and I type Python file.py to run this program, what's happening is that it's just printing I had a good day. But it's not printing anything else, right? It's not showing us the value of sum. But in the back end, sum has already been processed. Okay, 10 was added to 20, so it already processed that, and sum holds a value of 30. Okay, but as a programmer, when you're designing or developing a program, you tend to check the value of whatever program that you've written just to test if it's working or not, and if the results are desired, right? So when I type Python file.py, I get the value 30. All right. Now, the print function allows you to pass anything you want in it, like a string. Okay. Type in a string, but what it's by default, it has a separator. Okay. And what that does is that, for example, I have a string here, and then I put in sum, and then a comma, a and b. Now I want the values of all of these variables to be printed on my terminal. What the separator does is that it automatically adds a space in between the output of all of these variables. Okay, and there's a way to change it. You can change that by using a keyword argument called SEP equal to, and inside quotes, I type in a dash. Now what this does is that you can change the default value, which is space, to a dash. Now let's see what's going to happen now. See, now instead of the space, you've customized it and you've added a dash in between all the variables. Okay, similarly, there's another keyword argument that is called end. Now what this does is that you can add anything you want here. You can add a character, you can add anything you want over here. You can add a character, let's say hat, a word, or push to the next line. Okay, now by default, the keyword argument end has a backslash and an n defined in it. The letter n is used for a new line character. Okay, now if you see over here, I had a good day, 30 and string. All of these were printed on a new line, right? So each time you pass a print function, it will end with the new line. It will end, and So anything that happens in any other print function after that print function will print the output in a new line. Okay. Okay, wait. Okay. Now, so by default, the end is set to a new line character. Okay. Which here we've customized it and we've just added push to the next line. Now, what this does is that it replaces the new line character with this text. Okay. So when I type in print, and this is a new line, and then another print statement saying, okay, let's just make some dashes. Let's see what's gonna happen now. Okay, look, push to the next line is part of this statement, okay, where it says string 30, 10, 20. So the end default value was replaced with the push to the next line. Now, what's happening is that because it didn't have a new line character, it took the next print statement and it gave the output right after this line. You get it? Right after this line. However, the one after that was printed in a new line because this is a new line has already it already has a default end value, which is a \n. Okay, so if I type \n, so basically I'm defining a new line character, but after this text. Now let's try to run it again. There you go. Push to the next line, and because there's a \n, is pushing, is adding anything that comes after the \n will start from a new line. This is what it means, okay? So print, in the end, so print has these two keywords that you can use to customize the output of your print statement. And just one more thing, you cannot use these keywords before the variables or the string, because these variables and strings are by default set to be printed first. Okay, and these are considered positional arguments. So the positional arguments come first, followed by the keyword arguments. These are keyword arguments, okay? Now, what's the difference between a positional argument and a keyword argument? We'll have a look at that in the next video. All right, thank you.